Hello all, welcome back. Yes, it's another pickups. Right, pickups. What have we got for you guys? Well, we've got some Commodore 64. In fact, I'm trying to look to see where the hell I put them. Commodore 64, we've got a little bit of PlayStation 2. We've even got some Geo CD, and you don't hear me saying that often. We've got some PS3, PS4, PS5, but a lot of the PS3 stuff is actually collectibles. They're really cheap, and I mean really cheap. And it'd be silly not to pick them up at the moment. So, if you can grab yourself a bargain, go and grab it. Before I get into it though, Play Expo Blackpool. I ended up not going. I ended up not going for two reasons. One, because late Wednesday afternoon, I started shivering in work while I was sat with my jacket on next to the heater. I was absolutely freezing. I'd obviously caught something. I was coming down with something. Luckily, I think it's only lasted a few days, and I relatively got over it quite quick, of which I was very surprised with. The second reason was there was a mix-up with the hotel. They wanted me to check in before reception closes, which was 3 o'clock. Bear in mind, this is 3 o'clock on Friday. I was in all day Friday. There was no way I was originally going to come out of work. So I just saw my ass with them and I cancelled the hotel. And then obviously as the day went on, I started to feel more and more groggy and I just sacked the whole thing off. But what I did end up doing was I ended up going to a poker night at a friend's. I took my table, I took my chips. They're now on loan with Jace. And we had a blast. So see if I can remember everyone's names. So we've got Jason, Mike, Andy, obviously me. There's 6 of us. Jason, Mike, Andy, Dan, me. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone, I'm sure. Lee. Oh my word. Sorry, man. I don't see you that often. Lee came down from Oldham, Manchester, and he actually put himself up in a hotel at £100 a night. Bless him. Absolute fantastic. I mean, what we try to do is, Lee would normally stay at Andy's, but unfortunately, Andy's wife has got friends staying over, so it wasn't going to work. But fair play, he made the effort, and we had an absolute blast. But what I thought I'll try and do next time is, let's film it. Let's do it live. So I'll have to organise myself a decent laptop. I've got the camera and everything set up. We'll plug it up in a corner. We don't take things too seriously. We do have a laugh. There's a little bit of swearing, but it's all done in jest. So I'll try and do that. We are planning to try and do another one before Christmas. So that should be an absolute blast. You'll enjoy it. But stay tuned for that one when we try and do it live. Right, waffling on enough. Let's get into these pickups, eh? Commodore 64. This first one I'm going to show you, it's a US Gold classic. I actually think it's one of the best games for the system. When I first played it, I couldn't get over how sort of 3D the game was. And you fly a ship, you're up and down, you're ducking and diving, you're going left and right. You're trying to shoot missiles that are coming up. You've got things coming at you. You've got walls and electrical force fields to keep an eye out for. And it's absolutely a brilliant game. Way better played than the arcades, I'll admit that, because it's fantastic there. What is the game? Come on, you know it. Zaxxon. Absolute fantastic game, this. I'll try and get in close. There you go. What a game this is. As you can see, US Gold. Fully complete. Cassettes, that's right, that's how we do it in the UK. We're not into your floppy disks. At least us poor kids weren't. Cassettes. I'm really happy to put this into the collection. I saw it pop up. I've been watching it for ages, and I don't remember there being make an offer. I made the offer, and he accepted. So really happy. Sorry about the glare. I'll keep looking over like that to try and make sure it's not glaring too much. But really happy to put that in. Some fantastic childhood memories with that one. This next one. Oh my word. Now when I think back, this was, I think, the very, very first fighting game I ever played. I kept thinking it was International Karate, and to a point I forgot about this game. And then I was watching somebody play it, and it was like, oh no, I remember playing that now. And it all came flooding back. Karate Champ. Look at that, $2.99 back then. You thieving sods. Should have been $1.99 maybe. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer for the screenshots. What a game this was. And you know, a lot of people just giggle and laugh at this. If I can get some footage, I'll put that up for you. But I tell you what, playing this was incredible. Playing a game, oh my god, look at that. The fighting moves. That's right, one joystick, one button. Because it were joysticks back then. None of this controller cack. Not the cheapest of games to pick up. People know what they've got these days. Certainly on certain games. So happy to bag this now and put that into the collection. So I'll try and get you some gameplay footage of that for sure. What an absolute blast. What an absolute blast. Right, what should I move on to next? Should I just go straight to collectibles? What's that? Yeah, PS3. No, I'll do the PS2 one first, because you would not believe how many times I kept trying to buy this. And obviously from eBay. And there was all sorts of issues every single time I'm trying to buy it. Phone disconnects. I'm leaving it too late to try and bag it at the last second. I then put in my highest bid and go, right, nobody's going to go higher than that. And people do go higher than that. And it was driving me absolutely nuts. I got it eventually, but it was days, because the game kept popping up and I was trying to, and it took days to get hold of a copy. I'm happy with the copy I've got. It probably just needs a little bit of clean on the case, that's all, but I am happy. And it's Persona 4 for the PlayStation 2. Yeah, you can see the second disc, and that's why I was going for it. The soundtrack, hard to get complete. You can just buy that on its own, but I wanted the one with the soundtrack. It makes it more complete, more valuable ultimately. And the manual, very happy with the manual. Very crisp. Let's have a quick flick in. Do you know what? I can't remember if I haven't looked at the disc or not. Ooh, let's give that a wipe. Give it a quick wipe on the t-shirt. I know you shouldn't, but it's my disc. Do what I want. Thank God for that. It was just a bit of dust. And now there's a bit of spit on it, because I've just spat. There we go. Obviously a used copy. Finest of marks here and there. Apart from that, very happy with that. So, excuse me. I've not played any of these games. not any of them. What I'm trying to do is I like to play them from the beginning, so I've got a couple of more to get, and then I'll start playing Persona. And that's it. That's the only PlayStation 2 game I'm going to show you this time. I've got a few, I think, in my little lockup. Right. What are we going to move on to next? We'll do... Do you know what? Let's do the Neo Geo CD. And then I'll start showing you the collectibles. And then the PlayStation 5. One of them ties in with the other. And we're there. There's only 2 games to the PS5. But the Neo Geo CD. Yes, the Neo Geo CD is very slow at loading. But it's miles cheaper than trying to buy the cartridges. And I just think it's got its own unique quality. I really do. I think it's fun to collect for. I always try to get the imports. Well, they're all imports, but I always try and get the games imported because they do come proper, fully complete. And they seem to be just better looked after. The discs, half the time, are blemish-free. But anyway, I'm waffling. Samurai Spirits. Let's try and get you a close-up of that. Obviously, I've got, there you go, the end sleeve. Manual forms the front cover. There's the disc. Yep. And like I say, not that you're going to be able to see it, let's be honest. That's blemish-free. But what I always like about these, even the little tabs, see them just above my finger? I've yet to ever get one with broken tabs from Japan. They never come broken, ever, because they're boxed. The game's boxed so well. And this is a brilliant fighting game. In fact, there's so many brilliant fighting games on that system because, as you all know, it's known or notorious for the fighting and the shooting, and they just make really, really good fighting and shooting games for it that are still fantastic to play today. Right, that's that one done. We're going to move on to now collectibles. I'm going to do the PS4 one first because I think it's a brilliant one, and then we'll move on to the PlayStation 3, and then I'll just round up then with the 2 PS5 games. So the first one on the PS4, Infamous Second Son Collector's Edition. Looks like a jacket, doesn't it? Let's get it out. Let's pop that there. It's a hoodie. And what I think it's for, because obviously there's the game, is if you wanted to, you drop your game into it. That's just me. And obviously you can see the badges on there. But I just thought that was a little bit different. I thought it was a little bit different. You know, let's be honest, it's not practical one little bit. Not practical. You know, unless you're going to drop it on something, I don't know. But I thought it was definitely different. Definitely different. And it is like a fleecy hood as well. It's proper fleece inside there. You know, so really nice. Really nice. The game, obviously, Sucker Punch. Not that it comes with much. It's not even a reversible cover. Then what have we got? Now my wife had this out and I was going mental. What are you doing? What are you doing? Put it back. I thought she was going to put it on her head and everything. It's a beanie. I doubt that would fit me, but it's a beanie. And then the other bits, basically badges, or you call them pins in the States. And I don't know if it's a medal or a coin, but anyway. There's the badges. That's a real nice one. The last one, which is a bit of a medal. I must admit, there's a bit of weight. There's a bit of weight there. Really cheap. Like under £10 cheap. I don't think that's too bad for a collectible. I really don't. Because let's be honest, this thing would have cost what? 60, 70, £100 back then? Quite easily. And I don't understand why they're going so cheap. Maybe people just aren't buying these now. That's my only thought. And people need to move them on, need to sell them. Right, my next collectible. I must admit the box is battered. That's why this one has gone cheap. Final Fantasy. I'm going to show you the box first because I've took it all apart. The box, I've flattened it a little bit, but I've not ironed it yet. So, and you can see the state of the box. It is cosmetic. It just needs a bit of a TLC and a bit of glue, and that'll look 10 times better. But what about the bits that were in it? Well, start off the game. With a manual. Wow. And fair play. It's not too bad, that. A proper manual. Show you the back. So, there's that. You also, though, get the CD soundtrack. Oh, sorry about the glare, guys. Oh, my word. Come on, William. Sort yourself. That's nice. So it's the CD soundtrack. On the inside of that, you have obviously got a little booklet. Oh, God, the glare with the white's terrible. Gives you all the track names and everything. So we've got that. You've also then got some stickers. That's it. That's all it is. Slide these off. Some double-sided postcards. Right, so here we go. Beautiful pictures. If I had the room, I would love to get some of these framed. I think they look brilliant. That comes in its own lovely little sleeve. So he wastes more time now while he's trying to pop them back in. Oh my God, I'm bending everything. And then the last thing. So it's not bad, is it? It's quite loaded, this one. Obviously an art book. I'll just show you a few of the pages in there. If you ever want me to go into more detail, or a lot more detail, we'll go into the background and everything of the games, especially on the collectibles, let me know. I'll gladly do that for you. And that's that one. That's that one. Doing those last. Doing those last with that. And that's the very last game I want to show. Right, sorry, next one. Assassin's Creed. It's in the limelight yet again. I'm really excited about the new one that I've seen. It looks like a return to form is the wrong word. It looks like it's a return to the classic Assassin's Creed. That's the feel and the vibe I'm getting from watching the trailer for it. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. The trailer for it. It just looks breathtakingly beautiful. But anyway, collectibles for that you can pick up really cheap. You can get that one. And I've always wanted this. Stick on the front just needs a little bit of stick down. This is actually a plastic case. Look the way it opens. That's brilliant. It's a plastic case covered in cardboard, basically. Slide them out. That's everything. So it's tough plastic, solid plastic. And like I say, it's just got a bit of, well, I wouldn't even call it cardboard. It's probably just thick paper glued down on top of it. So, Assassin's Creed Embers. So this is going to be a soundtrack. Oh no, it's a DVD. I do apologise. So I'll have to have a look, see that. I didn't realise. Tells you a little gump there on the back. You obviously have the game, as you all knew. It's Revelations. There's the soundtrack. There's the game. And yes, there is a manual. So again, I'll just show you a little bit of the inside there. There you go. No reversible cover, but the last bit is another art book. Very glitzy. Still one of the, if not the, best Assassin's Creed game you'll ever play. If you've not played Revelations, you really need to. And again, if you ever want me to go into more detail with any of these collectibles, let me know. We'll go through it one page at a time, that sort of thing. So, very happy to finally put that into the collection. I saw the box on somebody else's channel many years ago, and I just thought, wow, that is really unique. In fact, I'm cocking that up. That's really unique. I wouldn't mind having that at some point. And I've got it. Right. Next one. Still with the PS3. Now, this particular game is in the limelight. A lot of people have turned around and said, and I must admit, I do agree with them. I do agree with them. It's the remake that nobody asked for. I'd agree with that statement, because this game originally came out on the PlayStation 3. It then got a remaster on the PlayStation 4, and now it's got a remake on the PlayStation 5. And apart from slightly better visuals, I can't really see anything different myself, but I'm a big lover of the franchise. I think what Naughty Dog have done is incredible with this game. It's one of the best games, if not the best game, on the PlayStation 3. It is certainly one of the best games on the PlayStation 4. But it's controversial when it comes to the PlayStation 5. It really is controversial. So, what have I got to show you from The Last of Us? Because I know you've already got it. And we have talked about collectibles. What a collectible. What a collectible. So let's get this one out carefully. And it's like a bag. Let's open it up. So, start at the top there. Poster. Very big poster. Oh my word. Taking, well, I'd say very big. It's a big poster, but it's not huge. Ellie. And I am also hyped for the TV series that's due out from HBO. I was reading some comments on that. Please don't mess this up, HBO. I can't believe that they would do. At the moment, you look at the actors. I get Joel. It looks alright. I know he's a very good actor. I can't remember his name. But the girl that's playing Ellie doesn't look anything like it. I think we'll just warm to her, but we'll have to wait and see. Stickers. What you dog? Oh my word. Stick that in your PS3 controller. In fact, there's probably more than one in there, because that is very thick, but I'm not going to open it because it's sealed. You've then got The Last of Us comic. Now, how much this was turned and how many proper comics there is out there, I don't know. But that's brilliant. You've then got the art book. These drawings are fantastic. I mean, wow, look at that. The way they started drawing him and what they ended up with. That is brilliant. Just look at that. So the way Joel started off. Sorry. And where we got to. These are just beautiful drawings. So, the game. It's cardboard. It's not in a steel case or anything. This is a fantastic picture. You know, we all know what the story's about. You know, it's heartbreak for the father. But then he starts to look after his adopted, because that's what she ends up being. She's his adopted daughter. And he'll do anything to save her. Absolutely anything. Take them out because I'll show you them in a second. So then you've got another picture of Ellie there. And then opening that further, there's the game. But as you could see, it is a mini manual. Sorry. And that's quite a bumper collection there. This one's not cheap. This one isn't cheap. It's the one. It's the one out of the entire lot that is not cheap. It does very good money, and with all the new hype, it's probably gone up again in value. But that's all in, and I'm going to hold that there so I can show you, and that there. All in that. So it is. So it's a bit like a rucksack, innit, in some regards. That just folds up nice and neat. Just pull that off, just a bit of fluff. Absolutely brilliant. Really happy. I don't mind admitting it's one of the very few games that made me cry at the beginning. It has got such a heartwarming story. And it is a story-driven game. If they do bring out a Last of Us Part 3, I hope it's a true open world. I think that's definitely the way it has to go. Because the second one, it wasn't really a true open world, as we know. But you can't have one without the other, can you? And apart from, obviously, the cover, they are exactly the same. Except, obviously, this is more dedicated to Joel. So, again, you know, and I don't need to show you everything. But it is nice the way that they did change it a little. Sorry. Pop that back in there. Ooh, folded that in correctly then. And you got the same things: the stickers, the posters, the artwork, and all that. In fact, you just pop that in there, pop that in there. So apart from those and the cover, it's exactly the same. Exactly the same. There is obviously a lot of people that do and really did enjoy playing as Joel. I'm hoping that they're going to do some sort of prequel. That I think would be fantastic. All to do with Joel, because I think that's what a lot of the fans wanted to play. But again, just to show you, that's the back, that's the front. So I have both those, obviously, in my collection. I am a big lover of the game, as I've said. So you've got to have that. You gotta have the PlayStation 5 version. If I can play this game in, well, any way better, it is one of those games I will buy. And there's no way, though, it's worth £70, and I've not paid £70. I've not paid anywhere near £70. Going rate for this game at this moment in time, £45 to £51. I paid just under £51. It has got a reversible cover, but in all fairness, it's nothing much. Do I think it's a cash grab? You better believe I do think it's a cash grab. I'm not going to tell you that it isn't, when I honest to God think that it is. But I've already said it more than once. I absolutely love this game. And if I can find a way of playing it with improved graphics and sound, I'm going to want it. And that's why I bought it. So, Last of Us Part 1. I don't think they'd have the gall now to bring out the second game on the PS5 like that. I really don't think they would, but wait and see. And the very last game I've got to show you. Oh, some great arcade games on this. Absolute fantastic. Oh, it's just Turtles Cowabunga collection. So loads of the arcade games, loads of the games, all on one disc. Absolute fantastic to play. I think quite a lot of people are raving about this because you can go online and play cooperatively. absolutely fantastic. Definitely the way to go with this. You can see it's still sealed. I've not even had a chance to put it in the machine yet and get it loaded up. Whew. And that's it. I haven't got a clue how long I've waffled on for. Knowing me, it's probably close to an hour. And I don't like doing hour-long pickups videos. In fact, there's an absolute ton of games I've left out of this pickup because I knew that going into the collections was going to be taking quite a bit of time. So, let me know, what was your favourite game out of that lot? Are there any of the pickups that you want me to go into a lot more detail? I've actually got quite a few now. I don't collect them as much as I would really like. Oh! It's not the end. I lied. There's one more. I've only just remembered. You know that out of sight, out of mind? Oh, I've got one here on the floor because the damn thing's so big. Give you an idea of how big, I'll get one of the... I'll put the PS5 disc next to it. Oh. Space Marine Collector's Edition. It's a bit of a chunky monkey. Forgot, because it's on the floor. Forgot all about it. Right. Getting this one out. Let's give you a big close-up of the box. Because the box itself here isn't really good condition. So, what do you get? Right. So you can see the whole thing's done like a book. So open it up straight away. You've got like a medallion there. That one will come out. So we'll pop that back into place before I drop it and do any more damage with it. What else have you got? In fact, let's show you that bit first. Because that's quite... Oh, sorry. So the keen-eyed viewers there spotted the soundtrack. And then what you get is... I'll show you these next. Cards. It's almost like playing top trumps. So you got loads of cards. Let me just try and... Oh, they're upside down, William. Obviously it tells you about each character. I suppose pros and cons, what they can do, favourite weapon, yada yada yada. So you get them. So I'll pop them back there. You do get the game, obviously. Complete with manual. Manuals. We should do an online campaign. Bring back the manual. It doesn't matter that none of us ever read them, but it's just having them. In fact, I showed you the bit then that was foreign, didn't I? There you go, English. So, manual. Let's give you a close up the back. I am war. Back in there. The art book, A4. All the different armour. And again, if you ever want me to go into detail, ask. So that's that one. And now that is it. Just pop that all back in, so I don't drop anything or lose anything. It's not the easiest thing to get back in. There we go. Been told it's an absolute fantastic game, and I've never played it, so looking forward to this one. Right, that is definitely it. That is definitely it. That is everything. Video's probably gone on way longer than I planned, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. What was your favourite game? And do you or don't you want to see the collectibles in maybe a bit more detail? You know, I could do a short video. I suppose it depends on the size of the collectible, how short the video is per collectible. Entirely up to you. Thanks for watching. Thank you for supporting me. I'll catch you lot all again. Take care. Woohoo!